Welcome to our online JEP program orientation video for Tokyo Private School JEP participants, Part 1. There are 2 orientation videos we want you to watch. Please be sure to check both videos. My name is Diana. I'm one of the 2 prefectural advisors for Tokyo Private School. I'm based in Kotoku. Some of my hobbies include playing video games, shopping, and walking around Tokyo. Before getting down to the main topic, we would like to show you a chart. This chart simply demonstrates how there are many organizations that are involved with the JEP program. Tokyo acts as your host prefecture, but besides the 3 ministries and Claire, there are 3 organizations that support Tokyo private schools: the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, Chuko Kyokai, Private School Association, and Shiryaku Zaidan, the Metropolitan Foundation for Private Schools. Now, let's move on to today's agenda. In video part 1, we are quickly going through these 4 topics. First, we are going to explain to you what is unique about private schools in Japan, then provide you some basic information for getting settled in Tokyo later. Private schools. We are sure that there are private and public schools in your country too, and there must be differences between them. Private schools are non-profit educational institutions which may have their own school philosophy and missions. Some may have classes on Saturdays. If working on Saturdays is stipulated in your contract, then you will receive another day off during the week. Class schedules and work schedules vary from one school to another. Some schools may have religious education as part of their curriculum. Some may have a 6-year program through junior high to high school, whereas others may be a giant academic institution starting from kindergarten to university. Terms and conditions. Before starting your job, you will be asked to sign the statement of agreement. We would like you to understand your individual terms and conditions, and we would like to emphasize that terms and conditions vary from school to school. Job benefits, such as whether sick leave is paid or not, the number of holiday leaves, and etc., are especially different. You will need to ask your supervisor and school about your sick leaves, compensatory days off, and holiday leaves are defined. Be sure to get a copy of your contract and the statement of agreement. In addition to signing these documents, we would like you to submit your emergency contact information to your school as well. Please also make sure to register for the Safety Confirmation System emergency call. In general, people are expected to commute by public transportation in Tokyo, which usually means by train and buses. If you like to commute by bicycle, you will need permission from your school. Please ask your supervisor for the school guidelines. Actually, there are cases that JEP participants using bicycles have been involved in accidents. For your safety, be sure to follow the traffic rules. Types of leaves. You can take your annual paid leave either consecutively or dividedly. According to the labor standard laws, an employee who has been employed continuously for 6 months and has reported for work for at least 80% of the total working days is given at least 10 days of annual paid leave. You can usually carry over a fixed amount of unused paid holidays during one appointment year into the next if a JEP participant has been reappointed. You can only carry them over into the next year. The number of paid holidays varies depending on your school, so you need to understand the holidays set out in your employment terms and conditions. You will also be given compensatory days off when you work on days you are not supposed to work because of school events or something. Compensatory days off is called Furikae Kyoshitsu or Rikyu in Japanese. Special leave may provide in the following cases for bereavement and marriage. Please note that it is common to use annual paid leave when taking a few days off due to a minor illness such as colds. Sick leave is usually used when a long-term medical treatment or hospitalization is necessary. A doctor's official certificate is required if employees intend to take sick leave. Again, please note that terms and conditions varies depending on your school, so you need to read, understand, and ask questions immediately. It is essential for you to receive guidance from your school early and to fully understand the different types of leave, the necessary procedures, and the periods during which you can't take time off, such as school events. Before taking holidays, you should not only discuss the timing and duration of the requested leave with your supervisor, but also should obtain permission from your school. Salary and social insurance premium. The amount of your monthly salary is written in your contract is before tax. You have to pay for social insurance and income tax. Please note that half of the social insurance fees are covered by your school, and that is why you only have to pay around 50,000 yen per month. The amount varies depending on your commuting allowance. Income tax. For the first year jets, income tax will be around 5 to 10% of your taxable income. Another thing to add here is that for those who come from countries that have a tax treaty with Japan, you can submit a form to the tax office for tax exemption. Please ask your supervisor and school office for assistance in completing the necessary paperwork. Residence tax. Additionally, you are required to pay residence tax. The amount varies depending on where you live, whether you have a family or not, and whether or not your country has a tax treaty with Japan. Its deduction starts every June based on your income earned during the previous calendar year. When you are finished your employment, the rest of the residence tax will be deducted from your final salary. Therefore, we would suggest you to save some money for that. The next 2 pages are the summary of what has just been explained, so please take a look at it when you have time. The order of procedures. These are the things that you need to do while you're staying at the temporary accommodation. Let's complete this to-do list within these 16 days and start your life at a new house by the time you check out. Temporary accommodation and housing. We provide you with free accommodation at a business hotel for 16 nights after the CLARE orientation finishes. The location will be somewhere within 40 minutes to your school by using public transportation. Please note the following 3 things. 1. If you want to cancel your room after you have checked in, please notify the front desk in advance regarding your new checkout date. 2. You are liable for any additional costs such as food and drinks charged to your room. Shikoku Zaidan only bears the accommodation costs for a single room for 1 jet for 16 nights. 3. Do not let others stay in your room, as doing so violates terms and conditions for the accommodation contract. Looking for your apartment. What we like to emphasize here is that you must understand the rules and regulations for all tenants who reside in Japan. We have written down some of the rules and regulations, so let me read them out to you. Do not remodel or renovate your room unless it is stipulated in the contract. Do not sublet or let anyone live there unless stipulated in the contract. This includes vacation rentals, minpaku in Japanese, such as Airbnbs. Next, do not party too often. Your contract is only for you. Your successor will not be able to take over your room unless your landlord accepts it. You have an obligation of restoration, which means that you need to restore the room back to its original state. You will need to cover the cost of damages, such as stains, cracks, and marks, using your security deposit, or you may need to pay a cleaning fee if there's no deposit. These are some of the basic rules. Since you're living in Japan, please do understand these terms. How to find an apartment. Let us highlight the important points. Get all the important details from your real estate agent. Make sure to get your agent to explain the details before you sign the contract. Get several choices from the agent. Check out the apartment in person if possible. If not, ask for visual images that enable you to grasp what the neighborhood is like, the size of the room and the stored equipment, or the cleanliness does not differ much from expectations. Especially, don't forget to check the air conditioner condition. When you arrive in July or August, the temperatures sometimes go above 25 degrees Celsius, even during the nighttime. So it may cause health problems if the air conditioner does not function properly. Once signed, keep a copy of the lease agreement. As we already informed you, we have made a contract with Global Trust Networks, or GTN, for supporting JET participants with finding their apartments. If you would like to find one by yourself, please be sure you understand the lease contract before signing it. Initial cost payment for apartment lease contract. Please be aware that you may need to pay the initial cost before contract signing. Depending on the area and the condition of the property, the initial cost may sum up to 3 to 6 times of the rent. For your information, last year's JET participants had paid about around 180,000 yen to 500,000 yen for the costs. The initial cost usually includes deposit, key money, maintenance fees, fire insurance, guarantor fee, and so on. Some JETs choose to live in a share house. If you are interested in a share house, check out the relevant T-JET wiki page. Each procedure has its own advantages and disadvantages, so please consider well before making a decision. When you go apartment hunting, please talk to your supervisor in advance and get permission from your school. You may be permitted to count your house hunting day as a work day for some situations. Lastly, feel free to contact JET support or prefectural advisors when you need help. Don't forget to check the orientation video part 2. With that being said, I hope you're able to enjoy your time in Japan. It's nerve-wracking moving to another country, but it's also a really exciting new chapter. While you're here, I hope you're able to explore as much as you can, eat lots of delicious food, and learn something new every day.